today we're looking at the contacts, or specifically the CSV contacts in a Retevis RT3S. Now, I've had a bit of trouble with trying to get the contacts working. There's a couple of different tricks. If you want to download a larger amount, there's different firmware. If you want to record, there's a different firmware, and that cuts you out of using the CSV contacts. And I did that a few times, but I think the problem I had was that the CSV contacts weren't aligned exactly how the radio wants to see it. And I didn't know that you actually have to go to the Retevis or the Allance website to get those contacts. Now, one of the problems with the radio, the RT3S, is that you can't actually load all the contacts across the world. So let's have a look. This is now the Allance, I think you pronounce it, website, and it is where you go to get information about the RT3. So it's a little bit confusing. I only found this by accident on a Chinese website, but obviously a lot of people, other people do know about it, but I didn't know about it. So let's have a look through and I'll show you exactly where to go. So it's I'll put the links to the to where you need to go in the description. So let's start with the page, and it's Allancecom. I'm having so much trouble saying that. Then you go to resource, and if you go to the resource center, it's because they do have the higher grade radio, the HD1. So that's why this website is set up. But they also do have the firmware. That's those buttons, those orange buttons for the RT3S. Now, if you come down here to digital contacts, down the bottom, this will make you the CSV. And if you notice in the country there, it's already trying to put in 19,000 contacts. And I know my radio is currently set up only to take 10,000 because I downloaded that firmware. So the first thing you do is click on the radio that you have. This is the RT3S. Now, I don't want all contacts to start with because I'm not going to be able to fit all of them in. The thing you do there is you just click the blank box, and then it brings you down the list, and it has in brackets there the actual amount of contacts per country. And if you look at, there was Afghanistan there, had 5. So at the moment, I just want to make one for Australia, 3,277. It puts that in there. Click the blank box again. And I might put in United Kingdom, which will be all the way down the bottom here. 13,000. So that's already going to go over my 10,000 limit. And I'm also going to put in the, well, there's no point. It's not going to work. So I'm just going to do the Australia one with 3,277. Do I want to abbreviate the country? No, I'm not downloading United States. I really just want the first name. The options there are call sign, first name, full name, and call sign and full name. I'm just going to do first name. Then you get a verification code there, which changes every time you do it, just to prove that you're not a robot. And then it brings you to this page where it compiles that download and creates a zip file for you. The other thing you have to do when you do load the contacts into your radio is you have to have Excel in your computer. I've got Excel on my Mac, and I had to put Excel on my PC so I could actually download that into the computer. So now I've downloaded that. It's in this order, and I tried to download a different lot of contacts, but it wouldn't accept it. So I'm pretty sure if you have it in this order, it will work. So this was the key bit that was missing. So your radio ID, call sign, name, nickname is blank, city, state, and country. So that's the order in terms of A to G in the spreadsheet. It wants to see those that detail. So obviously the first one is the DMR ID, the call sign of the operator, the first name, and I guess if you do the first and last name, it will put the first and last name in that name column. And then city, there is a trick also with the Retevis Radio 2. You do have to go into utilities and turn the contacts on. Okay, now we're on the code plug for the RT3S GPS with this particular model. That's the GPS version. Now, to write those contacts from your CSV file to the radio, you first of all have to open up that contacts, then go to the file that was created on the Allancecom site, and it's been named the Retevis RT3.csv. When it imports it pretty quick. Import suck ! Then you grab your radio and simply write to it. And with the 3,000 contacts that I've just made, it's not going to take very long. So the first stage is to go to utilities, then radio settings, and click up till you get to CSV or contact CSV. Item number 13, confirm, turn on the CSV contacts. And then what I like to do is confirm to make sure those contacts are actually in there, because I've done it a few times and there's actually been blank. So go to contacts in the front screen, then once you go down the bottom there, view CSV or view contact CSV list, confirm that, and you should then start to see there's the 3,277 that we just imported. And now if we do a test, so calling the parrot now, 9990, and there it comes back, VK2HTV, and my name and location. So that's now in there. Took a while to get that, for me to understand it anyway, and I hope this has helped you try and get those contacts into your RT3S. Thanks for watching.